Hey all, my name is Sudhir and let's start with today's video. In this video, we will create a authentication authorization application using third-party identity provider, that is Auth0. For this tutorial, you just try to follow me. Maybe in next videos, I will try to explain more about Auth0 and what we did. So say for example, you want to create a single page application and you want to use a third-party identity provider like Auth0 to create the user stores, to manage the roles and to manage the application and APIs. In this example, we'll create a timesheet API where there would be three permissions. One is read timesheet, one would be approve timesheet, and one would be to edit timesheet. We will also have two roles, the employee and manager. Employee can edit timesheet or read timesheet, and manager can approve the timesheet or read the timesheet. Okay, so just follow with me and I will explain you in next videos how to do it. So you can open an account with Auth0. You can do everything that I am doing right now in a free tier. Okay, so I already have an account, so I will log in. Then you have to click here and you have to go on dashboard. What is tenant, what is invite and admin, all these features I will explain in next videos. So for time being, bear with me. So once you open your dashboard, you have to click on left hand navigation in application, and then you will see by default there is only a default app. You can delete this app or you can let it be like that. Now we'll create a new application. So I want to create a single page application, Angular application. So my application name is timesheet application or app. Okay, so what I will do is then create an app. I want an Angular application, so I will click on Angular. You can also click on another technologies like React. Okay, so now I will just download the sample application that is created, and then it mentions you to change allowed callback URLs, allowed web origins, and allowed logout URLs. Okay, so I will download this app which I started over here, and by that time I will go and change the settings. So I will go in timesheet API, I will go to settings, I will change allowed callback URLs, allowed logout URLs, also web origins I will make this, cause I could keep it for now this as well. So ID token expiration time you can keep it 3600, that is 1 hour for now, it is in seconds. You have to keep rotation as enabled. Reusable interval you can keep 3600. Absolute lifetime you can keep 3600, that is 1 hour. Inactive lifetime you have to keep something less than 3600, so 3500 maybe, and then we can just save the application. Okay, so this is how you will create your timesheet application. Now you will go to connections. Okay, you will disable Google Auth2, which means you cannot, your Google users cannot log in into this application. So what we want is all the users in this database or this connection will be able to log in. So this is a custom database that Auth0 has. Okay, so it is here in connections, in databases. So this means that your identity provider will also hold all the users in this database. Okay, how you can create users here. Okay, so I will click on users on the left hand navigation and just click on create user. You can give a email ID for the user, say for example abc@test.com. Okay, okay, this is my first user. I will just create it. Okay, let me be small. And again I will try to create one more user in users, xyz@test.com. Now what I will do, since I have created two users, I will also try to create roles and assign that roles to the users. Okay, so for creating roles I need two roles. One is manager. I will give some description, and another one will be employee. Now what we'll do, one more thing is that we'll assign that roles to this user. So ABC will give a manager role. Sorry. And for XYZ we'll give the employee role. Okay. Once this is done, okay, so you can see here in roles ABC has a manager role. Now we know that manager can have two permissions in timesheet API. One is to edit and the other one is to one is to approve and the other one is to read. So we will create a timesheet API and we'll create those permissions first. So this is the timesheet API. You can have something like this. This need not be a real address. Okay. So in timesheet API, you will scroll back all down and you will get RBAC. So you have to enable the RBAC, which is role-based access control. So you will get the roles and permissions in token. Add permissions to access token. So this will add all the details of roles and permissions in the access token, which you'll get back once you sign in. And then this is access settings. You also need a refresh token, so you can enable this as well. So users consent you can disable, but this can be done. It will work only on actual deployed server, not on your local machine. Okay, so I will leave it for time being to show you how what it is and save it. In the permissions, you can create as many permissions as you want. So read time sheet. This is the permission that is common between manager and employee. Okay, so add. Then we have two more, which is approve. Okay, so I will try to paste it here. And there is one more, that is edit. For the moment description I kept same. Okay, so we have three permissions. Now what we want to do, we want to assign those permissions on the roles. So let's go back to roles. So for manager we'll assign permissions, and we'll assign permissions like timesheets API, and manager can read and approve the timesheet and add permissions. Okay, so you will see these permissions here. Then you can go back to another role, that is employee, and you can add the permission similarly to employee, which is timesheets API, and the permission is read and edit. Add permissions. So this way now both your users will get the roles and the roles will have the permissions. So in the token it is expected that these permissions are there, so we can identify what access the user has. Okay, so I think that is, then let me go to application again and just trying to check the timesheet apps connection. It is connected to. So here you can see I have built and deployed the application. The application is compiled successfully, so we can try to log in now. So this is the localhost URL, and I will try to log in. Then we have a user. And you see, with the in 10 to 11 minutes, we have a totally working single page Angular application with authentication completely implemented in it. So I will explain you more things that we did in this video in coming videos. But this is how we will implement authentication using a third-party identity provider like Auth0. Whatever we did here can be also done using other identity providers like AWS Cognito. Okay, so I will show you maybe that once we finish with Auth0. But for time being, thanks for watching the videos. If you do like the video, please press on subscribe and like button. Thank you.